Number 5, I'm gonna put Clemson. And number 6, I'm gonna put Coastal Carolina, America's team, at number 6. They can sneak in, and I really want them to. I'm I'm betting on Coastal Carolina.
I'm going Bama at 1, Notre Dame at 2, Clemson at 3, Ohio State at 4, 5. I got Texas A&M, and then 6. I think I go Cincinnati.
Cincy. Sayvion, who you got?
Alabama all the way. Nobody else.
I feel you, bro. I feel you, Alabama all the way. Oh man. Okay. Here goes mine. I got Alabama number 1, deservingly so. I got Notre Dame number 2, deservingly so. Now here's where it gets a little tricky and a little different for everybody. Number 3, I got Clemson, deservingly so. But number 4, I got Texas A&M. And here's why. I have Texas A&M for 2 reasons. And they're both about Ohio State. They're both about Ohio State. I feel you, bro. One reason is that I don't think Ohio State should be in it at all. If you play 6 games in a season, that's just not fair to the other teams that have slaved through the season, especially a season like this, and like gotten through it and have done well and are still more qualified than an Ohio State team with a great star in Justin Fields, but they just don't deserve it this year. I'm sorry. And 2, I think they'll lose to Northwestern. I'm gonna call it right now. I think they'll lose to Northwestern. I'm calling it, and I'm crossing my fingers because I just don't want them.
There's no way.
I know there's no way, but it's got. I need an upset.
No way.
I need an upset, man, because I just don't
the
want
Northwestern team that lost to Michigan State.
Yes,
they're 20-point underdogs. They're like what?
Hey, how much of an underdog was LSU to Florida though?
Like I don't know, 17 points.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a pretty big. Like, I mean, I know it's the SEC and that's the Big Ten, very different, but I just want an upset. It's just more of a want. But I got Ohio State at number 5, and then I got Cincinnati at number 6, man. But since Cincinnati is just my team, I love them. They're undefeated, and they're just so good. But they're not gonna get any love. It sucks.
Cincinnati would be up there for me if they didn't have like 2 or 3 of their games get canceled. I know down the stretch they've had a couple games get canceled. And I think if they would have played a full season, I would definitely have Cincy in my top 4. Top 4.
I put them. I just don't want to make another UCF mistake, you know. Brandon, go ahead.
I was gonna say that what you were talking about with Ohio State, they just really don't deserve to get in because they played 6 games. That means they have 4 other games of rest and like less injuries, less time to get injured, and so they're gonna go up against teams that played 10, 11 games, and they're just fresh and ready to go. And I don't think that's fair to the teams, to those other teams that have played the full season and just like taking care of what they need to take care of, like sanitize and stay clean. Not get any positive COVID tests. I mean, I know Ohio State hasn't really had any positive tests, but it's just the games have been canceled because of it, and it's also because they started late.
I feel you, man. Well, this comes to our last question about this topic. Who is your national champion? I think I already know what Sayvion's is, but
yes, no.
Bama all the way, man. But let's see. Lucas, who you got?
Roll Tide roll.
Hate
to say it, but Roll Tide roll.
Brandon, you gonna agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, Sayvion sounds like Stephen A. Smith whenever he was making that playoff rankings the other day. It was like Alabama, number 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yeah, I don't see anybody beating Alabama. As long as they stay healthy, they are unbeatable.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with you, man. I think it's Alabama. I think it is 60-40 though, with Alabama with 60 and 40 to Clemson if it comes down to it. I think Clemson's the only team that could beat Alabama like it's been in recent years. But Yeah, I think Clemson has the best chance. Texas A&M doesn't have a chance. Notre Dame, oh my gosh, that would be a murder. I, it'd just be awful. But that's all for that segment, man. We're going to come right back after a quick break. But you're watching the Rush Sports Podcast with Jason Collins, Lucas Branch, Sayvion Brock, and Brandon Warner. Don't go away.